open it up and you can see everyone's results, how they did, and you can talk to each individual based on their performance with feedback. And it gives a lot of coaching signals that you can do that based on the performance of every workout because you have the data. And they have the data as well. So you can, all your training programs are based on that, and then everyone does the 2K, or you can do, so then what you can do, Roy, is that you can say, hey, Brock, for example, I want to run my 2K based on this training that Richard has prescribed for the training periods or whatever. So the final
Yeah.
2K piece, I can create 10 intervals of 100 meters or 15 intervals of X. You can say, I want to run at 1,000 meters, I want to run at 50% instead of 100% because I want to
Yeah.
save a particular energy level for my final 250 meters for an all sprint. You can do stuff like, I want to row my first 1,500 meters at 26 strokes a minute to look at good rowing form, good energy level at 85% for 1,500 meters. For the final 500 meters, I want you to row at 95%. Not at 100%. I want you to row at 95% for the final 500. So you
Yeah.
can create a scenario that you're not running your 2,000 meter at 100%, which is inefficient. You can run your 2,000 meters at 85%, which is a much more efficient and accurate PR at your fitness level. And that's the
Yeah.
goal. You want to row your
Yeah. That.
2,000 meter at 85%, and 100% is not effective. You want to run at 85%, which is more effective understanding of what you are at your current fitness level.
Yeah. Yeah. No, you need to know that information as well. I don't know if every trainer knows. You know because you are a row coach.
Yeah, but the idea though is like this whole thing of like even VO2 max training, which is kind of a hot topic, even for the 4x4 Norwegian workout, for example, they all do things per interval. So you have a high intensity interval and you have a couple of minutes rest, not a couple of seconds, and you jump back into a high intensity interval. You have seconds rest and you jump back. That high intensity interval, instead of saying, hey guys, I want you to go all out on this interval, I can say, I want you to go at 90% of your max for your high intensity. So the idea
Yeah.
though is that you're not exhausting yourself at the first interval, you have reserve by your fifth interval because you're only working at a percentile of your maximum, not 100% of your maximum the whole time. So you're
Yeah.
creating efficient scenarios for success, not I'm going at 100% fly die by my first or second interval because I can't complete things by my third or fifth interval because I'm done. I'm spent. This just gives athletes an ability to measure themselves or coaches to give measurements along the way so they can be successful for a complete WOD, not just the first or second interval or rounds. You want all 5 rounds to be successful, but you do that
Yeah.
at a percentile of their maximum, not their maximum every round.
Yeah. What we do a lot in our Metcon classes, we have an MRAP of 12 minutes, and then we
Yeah.
row 300 meters, and
Yeah.
then what you said, 10 wobble shots and 10 pull-ups,
Yep.
and then normally I say 65% of your heart rate.
Same
But that
thing.
is yeah. But now if you know your 100 why sorry, if you know your 500, then
Yeah.
you say I can have 75% of that time, and that's more how do you say uh um
It
sorry.
no, and that's
Yeah.
cool. I think what you're trying to say, it definitely represents a true understanding of your current fitness level. So,
Yeah.
like for example, what I do for my classes here, I'll do a 500 benchmark test. The 500 benchmark test is not someone coming cold and rowing 500 meters. The 500 benchmark test is first you have to prepare your heart. I hate to say warm up, but it's preparing your heart correctly So when you run your 500 meter, you're running
Yeah.
it at maximum, but your heart's ready for that. So then I have your 500 meter PR. I take that 500 meter PR, stick it in erg zone as a setting, and now everything I do is based off of percentiles of that PR.
Yeah.
Then in 6 weeks, I test you again. Your 500 meter PR is better. This is good. But now your percentiles are a little bit harder because now you're just more fitter. You're more fit. So you're always increasing based on your fitness level, based on the testing periods. So if you have a testing period of X, you have a PR for your maximum um, pull, your 10 stroke test, so your maximum power, or you can have a 500 meter test, or you can have a 6K meter test, or a 1,000 meter test, whatever. You've got a test, you've got a PR. Now, the
Yeah.
advantage I think as a coach is now I create scenarios based off percentages of that PR so they can be successful for the next testing period.
Yeah. That's cool.
And all the data, these are just things to get, hopefully, you guys excited about. Oh, this app we can use to train for a 2K. Now, the next step is if you guys want to involve yourself in this Rentre Own, all you're doing is doing the same training, but now it's the same training, but you're doing it against a different affiliate. So
Yeah.
imagine doing that training at the same time as another affiliate, and you're rowing that training at the same time. So it's competitive now.
And then it's competitive. Yeah.
It is competitive. And the affiliates run at the same time. So it's Waalfront versus Nijmegen versus AKA in Amsterdam versus some Belgian whatever, blah, 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 blah. You guys all row at the same time. And you're finding who can run that 2K the fastest, but all you're doing is running the training the fastest.
Yeah.
And that's where it becomes fun.
Yeah. Then it's fun. It's more for us. It's important to find a way to do it for our members in training in class. So not just for the competitive aspect, but more for the training. How can we use this in our specialty classes? How can we use this in our bots? I think in our bots, people come here who come here are not that advanced and more say, it's okay, Roy, but let me train 1 hour and then I go home to my to my life.
Yeah.
Uh, the people who follow the metcon, the advanced work, they are more advanced and I think more willing to do it. So that's fun. So
Yeah.
if I can, because for example, yesterday it was rowing with dumbbell lunges and cleans.
Yeah.
Then we can say, okay, your strokes per minute and your pace is this for 12 minutes. Then
Correct.
it's for us interesting because uh, we we use it as a tool, a training tool.
Yes.
So if I see it from our perspective, uh, it's fun that people can use it for competition, but for us as a box, it's more uh,
A training tool.
interesting. Yes, it's more interesting to use it as a train.
That internal competition. But the
Yeah,
90% of the app was how do we help coaches be able to assist their members better?
yeah,
This is the original intention of the app, and that's why I wanted to present it to you in this way first. And then the other stuff is fun, but I want you guys to use it as a way to engage your membership better in a
yeah,
fun way through applications and through technology and stuff like that.
yeah. And first, we had an idea to have a conditioning workout with for rowers, for skiers, and for bikers.
Yeah.
And then you can program a really good training because we need to know your 1,000 meters on the bike, your 500 meters on the ski erg, and your
Yep.
500 meters on the row. And then we can say, okay, the first uh, the first intervals are 250 meters on 60%, and the next
Yep.
on 70%, and then you build up to 95%, and then you go back. And that is a good way to introduce the conditioning training for the more for the longer trainings. So yeah, that is then this app is a good way because then you say as a trainer, okay, everyone take your phone, connect to your ski erg, to your rower, and to your bike, and do the
Yep.
training.
Exactly.
Okay, that
And then
that
everyone has those numbers. Coaches have them. They have them, and then you design all your workouts based on that.
yeah, and that way, I think it's fits better for us than to make it fun and make it competitive. Because that is a new thing we uh, have to promote and to have to plan and everything. And a rule now we are very busy at the moment because
Sure.
we are
Sure.
planning for the new box. We have already 3 events during the year.
Yeah.
So to plan another event, it's a lot. But if we can use this ErgZone app into our specialty classes
Yep.
to add more value to our classes, that is perfect for us.
Man,
It's
that's
going up, and I had to find an option or a trigger to get it down. So hopefully, with
yeah.
once a conditioner workouts a week with my other training, I will get in shape for the
Yes,
Christmas.
but Roy, remember this: with that 2K, now you have to do a lot of zone two, zone three work to get that weight down. It's going to take about 6 months, I think. Okay, so just
Yeah,
be
okay.
patient. Yeah.
No, no, no. This is a try. This is a try, right? I want to see how the app is running and what kind of training you program for me with the rower and stuff to improve my 2K.
Okay, that sounds good, sir. That's all I needed for today. You go back. I know you guys are busy, so thank you.
Yes. Thank you, Brock.
I'll get it
See
to you
you.
immediately. Okay? All right. See you. Bye.
Okay. Bye bye.